Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in. What's going on, brother? Self-made Jamal Davis. Good morning, good morning. Coming live from the home office this morning, seeing what's going on. Get this live popping this morning. Hit the like as you come in on this morning. See, can we chop it up a little bit about the dump truck business? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hit the live as you come in this morning. I'm sorry, hit the like. They hit the live. Yes, sir. Let's talk a little bit this morning about the dump truck business for a little while. What's good? What's good? Give them about another minute to come on in here and we'll get going on this live on this Saturday morning. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. All right. What's good? Good brothers and sisters, if there be any on this morning, we just want to come on and provide an avenue on this Saturday morning for some Q&A. And I always like to update what's going on with me as far as the business wise and things of that nature. And so we'll start off first with that. Business started off slow this week. I think we worked Sunday night. Yeah, we worked Sunday night, and then Monday was slow because some rain came in. So I think I only worked two trucks Monday, and then I worked four Monday night. And then again, rain had a slow Tuesday. I worked two trucks again Tuesday. And then again, what I got my tablet here, three or four trucks Tuesday night. And I wanted to start off with that by sharing with you guys that that's just all a part of it. Um, Although business is booming and you got all this work out here, especially in my area, and I know some of you guys' areas have it as well, that doesn't mean that you want to experience, some days like that because, you can't control the weather. Only God controls that, right? And so, but I wanted to make a point to show you how even in experiencing those things, it rebounds. Don't get too don't fret too much or feel discouraged because the week starts off slow and like, wow, this is gonna be a bad week, blah blah blah. Man, once Wednesday came, the rain kind of slowed up. It didn't really rain Tuesday, but it was still kind of wet. And so Wednesday we were able to get everything out. Let's just talk about days right now. Wednesday we were able to get everything out. Thursday we were able to get everything out. Friday we were able to get everything out. And today we got six out on a Saturday, and we hadn't worked a Saturday in, as the old folks would say, coon days, right? And so, uh, and then to mention the nights, we worked Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and I had three trucks out Thursday night. And so, look at how such a slow start, early part of the week, still ended up making for a good week. Was it a great, fantastic, stupendous, time top of the line week? No, but it was a good week, especially regarding when you look at how it started off. And but we're still going to be in for a strong finish with 6 out today on a Saturday, because I advocate that really you base your budget off Monday through Friday, right? So think about it. If I base my budget off Monday through Friday, I got Sunday night in to start my week. Starts on a Sunday, so I got 3 or 4 trucks that work that Sunday, and then I got 6 that's working today. In essence, between the Sunday night and today, provided a whole nother work day for us. You see what I'm saying? So all in all, it ends up being a good week. Not that great big smash week, but it's a good week. I dare not complain, because I know you have to take the good ones like that as well. And so the point I'm making is, don't fret when you start off bad or at the beginning of the week. There's always opportunity of making up through night work and through weekend work. All right. So that's the beautiful part I like about the dump truck business. There are some businesses that are out there that if you don't make it between the Monday to Friday, that's the only opportunity that it offers to make the money. Did you get that? All right. So that's one of the things I love about dump truck business. You start off, it's just so many ways you can make it. It's not confined to just a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 7 to 3, right? There's night work, there's weekend work that you can make that stuff up. So I love that about this business. 7 days a week at many times. It's just all about how those contractors are going and doing it in your area. Obviously, dump truck um interstate work and major road work is going to be at night. And when work is at night, that provides an opportunity, obviously, right off the bat to be able to make extra money. All right. And so I wanted to make that point to you guys and just let you know how I experienced that this week. And it's a part of the dump truck business. I experience it all. It happens, right? Uh, we're still waiting to hit that 6, 7 week stride. We hadn't hit it yet. Normally, every year there's going to be this 7, 8 weeks, just nonstop great weeks, right? So we're still waiting on that. I've had some great weeks, not to say that I haven't already this year. I've had several, just a multiplicity of great weeks, but I'm waiting for that 2, 3 month even stretch to where it's just gonna be major, 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 right? Got some good folks coming in. Hit the like button, guys, as you come in. All right, and so let's catch our likes up. So I love that about the business. Start off slow, don't count it, don't count yourself out. There's always opportunity to be able to catch back up. All right, so that's one of the main things I wanted to share with you this morning about this past week. All right, we got a question. Self-made says, I've been thinking of transition from owner operator to dump truck. Owner operator, would you recommend I go new or used? I'm here in Pensacola. um I think self-made is that question. What I tell people all the time with that question, because I get it all the time, is going to be your personal preference. Some people like to jump in big with both feet, I call it, and then some people like to ease into it with a used truck. I think it's just your situation. You know what you're going to need to have as it relates to the kind of revenue to come in, take care of your family and your business. So I think you would look at that. um, and so count the cost. These new trucks are going to run you 4, 4,500 a month, maybe even five, depending on what you get. And so I would count the cost looking at that point. All right. And then obviously you need to do your research about your area, Pensacola, and see what's the profit, what's the normal profit, or what you think estimated profit. That's where I'm looking for. What you think your estimated profit will be in that particular area. So those are some things I would look at if it was me. All right. So so yeah, that's been our week. Um thank you, AL. I appreciate you, man. That's been our week. How it goes as far as that goes, definitely still waiting on those for us to hit that stride. Me and some of the other guys around here, we call it that stride, that four, really all together 4, 5, 6 month stride, we call it. Leading to the down part of the year at the end of the year, right? We know how important it is that for 5 or 6 months to definitely, you know, hit those major deals and put your money up, take care of your money, and also enjoy life in the process. Maybe some things you want to buy, some goals you want to meet. There's certainly some a monetary goal I want to save up. There's also some things I want to do to my house, in my house here. Some things I want to enjoy my life with me and my family as well. And so I've set some goals, and so we need to hit this stride so we can meet those goals. And it's coming. It's not a question of if, it's just when. Um, Switching gears, let me answer this question. Something I've been calling around a few brokers, their starting rate 7 an hour. Does that seem the average? It's lower than here, self-made. I'll say that. But I've always heard certain pockets. Now, watch this. Certain pockets of Florida, the rates are horrible. I've even heard some parts of Florida down around, I don't know, could I be mistaken? Orlando area, you got some knuckleheads working for 55, $60 an hour. So I would say if 70 seems to be the going rate, then I may would want to ease in with a used one, AL, not AL, self-made, just to kind of get my feet wet. And I do my cost analysis, right? The Bible says that what man buildeth a tower without first counting up the cost. So I would take that 70 an hour and I would look at, okay, what's going to be my weekly, what's going to be my monthly, what's going to be my bills, what's going to be my fuel, what's going to be the diesel, the insurance and all that. And then you see what the estimated profit would be based on that, and then I would go from there. So that's what I would do there. Um, so I was about to tell you guys something. Forgot what I was talking about. I was transitioning into something else. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I was talking about, oh, so I got requests for bid. I know I get questions all the time about bids. And so I got a request for another bid on a job um Friday. I gotta have that bid in by Monday, actually. Uh I got a bid on it's a road job, and the customer, and this is how this works a lot of times. This is the contractor. The contractor needs a DBE, a disadvantaged business enterprise, certified by the state, because 10% or 12% of the work has to be given to a DBE. So the main contractor wants to use me to give them a bid on that, and that when they go to bid with the job, then they'll have their having met their requirement from a DBE. And so basically, they want me to bid on 1,000 yards of sand, field sand, 3,500 yards of DOT spec dirt, and 7,500 tons of 610 limestone. Now, let me say something to you guys as relates to definitely getting yourself to a place of doing business at a certain level. Um, and maybe a lot of guys don't know this, but you can apply for a credit line at these limestone yard companies, dirt pits, places like that. And I'm saying that because a lot of times guys think, well, I can't bid on jobs that bid because how I'm gonna pay for the limestone, especially if you got to pay for the limestone, right? Because matter of fact, let me drop anchor right there. On some of these bids, they want you to just bid the hauling, give them a haul rate, and then on others, they want you to bid the whole thing, the limestone and all, which means you're gonna be responsible for acquiring and paying for the limestone. Somebody gonna say, CEO, well, why would you do that? You ain't getting paid for, but all for nothing but the trucking. Not true. You get paid off both ends, right? Here's a nugget, man. I'm dropping the first nugget. Nugget alert already, that when they asked you to bid the material, whether it be stone, whether it be sand, whether it be limestone, just know you make money off of that too, not just the hauling. So be sure. And how do I know this? I had a contractor to school me, because I'm finna just bid, this was back years ago. I'm finna just, okay, bid, buying the material. I ain't making nothing off of that. And then I'm gonna just making money off the holler. No. They say no. You need to add several dollars per ton on the material cost to whatever the limestone yard is gonna cost you. So you make money both ways. Talk, boy. That's a nugget right there. A lot of folks don't know that. And see, a lot of guys shy away from wanting to buy the limestone because they be like, okay, well, I don't need to buy the limestone. I'm just hauling. I'm just getting paid to haul it. No, dude. That if you got the credit line or if you got the capital to buy the limestone, you gonna figure out per ton. You call the yard. Yard tell you, okay, 16 is $30 a ton. Factor in the tax. Don't make a mistake. Factor in the tax. You say, okay, it's gonna cost 30. Okay. When I add the tax, it's gonna cost 33 a ton. Let's just use numbers. 33 a ton, right? So 33. Well, shoot, tack you another five on there just for GP for you. And say, okay, limestone is gonna be 38 a ton. Talk, boy. I'm giving y'all a major game right now, man. Y'all need to hit the likes or sub right along in here. You do it for 38 a ton. That's just to buy it. Then, depending on how far you got to take it, you add in your 5, 6, 7, 8, $9 a ton for to haul it. That is how money is made in this game. The extra money, next level money, doing business on another level. That's how money is made, guys. And so that's what you would do in situations like that. And so don't be afraid to use your capital to pay for the stone or the dirt, whatever it is, or to get a line of credit with those quarries and limestone yards. And most of them will give you a 15-day, 30-day net. Now, here's the key to that. If you're going to end up what you need to do, you need to make sure you got a great understanding with that contractor. Hey, after we finish, I need to be paid within 10 days or 14 days. Or if it's a job that's going to continue to go on, you need to bill them, um, make sure that you bill them one week and get paid the next. And that way you can at least appease your material people with giving them a check for the cost of what the stuff that you got from them that week, that kind of thing. So that's the way business is being done. So I wanted to share that little nugget with you guys. I'm gonna be bidding on another one. This is a pretty substantial job. It's a road job, about a 5, 6 mile road job coming from the dirt. So this is one of those good ones. We hope that this contractor gets it. Now watch how the game is being played. I'll give you another nugget. If you're a DBE, just another nugget. I'm gonna find out who are the other companies that are bidding on the same job. I'm going to email them and say, hey, I see such and such job is coming up for bid, blah, blah, blah. Can I submit a bid for you for the hall, blah, blah, blah? And see, can I submit a bid for them? All I'm doing now is increasing my chances of being a part of the job because I'm bidding as a DBE through several contractors who are trying to get the job. The more people I can bid through, the higher the chance I'm going to play a part in the job, even if one of my contractors who I normally bid with don't get the job. Talk Jones. That's game right there. All right. All right. So we all full of game this morning. All right. So that's one of the things that's going on with us right now. Um, we're excited about what we see coming up. There's definitely some couple of big jobs that are about to take off. My main contract is actually about to start a job. Watch this. Right across the line in Mississippi. Now I know some of y'all are okay. Well, how you in Louisiana? You're working in Mississippi. Well, where I'm located, I'm about 12 miles from the state line. All right. So the job that's going to be kicking off that my main contractor has is I'm probably we're about 45 minutes from the job. That's it. I'm traveling that anyway to jobs around here. I'm 35 minutes from Baton Rouge. I'm 45 minutes from the other plant that these folks got. I know, not 45, hour and 20 minutes. So I'm gonna be going across the line into Mississippi doing this job. I got a portion tags on several of my trucks, and that job is about a 3-year job, $50+ million that they won. I'm not the only trucker that's gonna be a part of that, but I am the number 2 truck for them. So I know that I'm gonna have to supply them 2 or 3 trucks every day on that particular job. These are the kind of jobs that you love because you don't have to look for anything for 3 years. You know what you're going to be doing on these major jobs like that, right? For a person that's got 9 trucks, to have 3 of them that I know we're going to be tied up on that job for the next 3 years, I ain't got to worry about them. They dedicated. That's the kind of stuff that you're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the ultimates because most jobs don't last that long, right? Year, 6 months, year, 8 months, year and a half, right? But if you get you one of them ones that go 3 years, you got you, as my grandmother would say, a good one. Did y'all get that? You got you a good one, right? So, that's another thing that's exciting that's about to happen. Now, watch this. The good part about that job, 3 to 5 years means what? It's going through the wintertime. So depending on how the weather treats us, they gonna still be trying to work out there, y'all. So there's gonna be the opportunity to work straight on through the winter, which I told y'all, y'all already know South Louisiana, we don't get no snow like talking about. We do potentially have a ice event maybe for a couple of days. Um, but what this is going to do, this is going to allow um, our slow weeks are for us is that Christmas week and New Year's week. Those are the two slowest weeks, and maybe the week after New Year's. After that, them folks be trying to crank up. You heard me? Down here in Louisiana. And I know some of you other guys have to deal with snow and things of that nature, cold temps and all that kind of stuff. But these are the kind of jobs that you're looking for that can take you on through what's supposed to be your slow season, right? So that job is going to be able to take us right on through. So those are the kind you look for and we love. All right. And so that's what's going on with me. Um, I'm at 9 trucks. I'm holding at 9. I do have a couple of more new trucks coming in. I'm gonna be trading in though. I'm gonna be upgrading. I'm not looking to add to the fleet on these next couple of trucks. I'm gonna just be looking to upgrade my fleet. I'm gonna be upgrading my fleet. I think if you've been on this channel long enough, you've heard me talk about the fact that I want all new, trying to get to all new. And this next trade up is gonna get me close, gonna get me close there. But we're gonna be trading in two of the oldest trucks I have on these two new trucks. That's supposed to take place July or August. All right. And keep in mind, let me share this info for you. And I'm talking to these dealers and people around the country. If you're trying to get a truck next year, you need to check with these dealerships now to place orders, especially if you're going to be getting new ones, because there's been another backup and slowdown on new truck orders. What that does, let me give you some game. Here goes another nugget. When new trucks are slowful to come in, the used truck market goes up, which meaning you're going to pay more for used trucks because new trucks are slowful to come in. All right, that's good. Could be a problem for some people. It's good in the sense that fella like me that's got some used ones that I'm trying to trade up or sell, that I'm gonna be getting premium price on that. It may be not so good for some guys. If you buy used and you may be paying 10, 15 dollars more than what you would normally pay. All right. All right, so let me hear from you guys. That's enough of me for now. I'll close out with a little bit more about me. But do we have any questions and answers about anything pertaining to dump truck business? I see it's 18 of you guys are on. If you would catch those likes up to 18, since we got 18 on, and what kind of questions you guys have about the dump truck business on this Saturday morning. Not everybody at one time. All right, who we got? Unstrued. You want to say thank you, CEO, for that. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you very much, man. Appreciate you tuning in on this Saturday morning, man. We just trying to give y'all the game, man. I shared over the last 2 weeks. I've been sharing my why I started a dump truck business. I get that question all the time, man. What made you want to start a dump truck business? So I kind of shared my story over the last 2 weeks. I plan to write a book about it as well, about why I started a dump truck business or how I get my entrepreneurial journey up until this point. So those of you who hadn't looked at that, the last 2 weeks of video has been talking about why I started a dump truck business, and I alluded to the fact that it is more probably it is the third most fabulous thing that's happened in my life outside of salvation, outside of my daughter being born. This is the third most thing. Hi, Mark. Watch me play. No sound. Know what that is. All right, you guys are hearing me okay, right? Oh, okay. Stru said, is one truck still profitable in 24? Yes. Oh, yes. Untrue. Yes, indeed. It doesn't have to be a multiplicity of truck. Oh, okay. Hi, oh, Mark, man, I was about to delete you. I thought that was a bot or something, man. Um, Unstrue, yes, one truck is profitable. It'll get you started. Like I say, it's just all about. Somebody was asking earlier about new truck or used. I think you evaluate your market where you're at and what's the going rate based on what your overhead is going to be. That'll determine the profit, right? Um, yes, one truck is profitable, especially if you're driving it yourself. That's even more profit, right? So I think that's to be considered. Um, if the work is there and you can work the truck, yes, you can make some money. And it's not just multiple trucks that make money. A guy can make money with one truck. I appreciate you, Mark. I got you in now. Okay. Corey Burton. What's going on, Corey Burton? One of our channel members. Appreciate you, brother. How you doing? You said let's talk about trading trucks in before they are fully paid off. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I was talking about. I'm getting ready to do uh specifically, I'm getting ready to trade the international quads off, right? They are 2020s. Uh, them things got 200. I don't put what 250 on them. I bought them one at 70, one at 60,000, and I think I got two. No, I got like 216, something like that. So I put like 100 something thousand on them, 120,000 on them. Running good, big old 515 Cummins in them. Great trucks, man. I just gonna upgrade and trying to get, you know, when I bought those trucks 2 years ago, things were just rapidly increasing for me, right? I needed trucks. They were the only ones available. I jumped on them. And so now, as trucks are more available and I'm loving the Western Stars and Max, I've just kind of made up my mind. I'm going to stick with Western Stars and Max. Um, I got 4 Western Stars now. I got 2 Max. And these two coming are going to be 2 Max. And so that's going to get me to 4 Western Stars, 4 Max, and 1 Volvo. I'm tired of running all over the place to these different dealerships. And so um, I'm going to trade in the 2 international quad axles, both of them 2020s. Uh, like I say, 220, 230,000 miles. Uh, so I hopefully within the next 6 to 8 weeks, I'll be getting rid of them. They probably won't even have 250,000 miles on it, man. Still a lot of the factory warranty is still on those trucks. I go to the dealership sometimes, get little things done. I don't even have to pay. The stuff still be on the warranty. Be surprising me. But trading in, typically my goal, especially with my new ones, uh, so that's what's going on now with those. But then, if you're talking also, Corey, about the new ones, I'm gonna be trading in from the standpoint of every 3 years, right? Maybe 4. Um, I'm just gonna be seeing what the value is. Then, let me see what would be the next truck, brand new truck, to be the first one to trade in. I think that'll be the 23 Western Star. All right. And I've only had it a year and a half. Right. So in another year and a half, I'm going to test the markets with that, see what I owe, see what I could get for it. And then I'm going to determine whether or not I might hold on to it for another year. What I'm trying to do, guys, you heard me talk about this selling trucks thing. And I'm talking about selling now, Corey. I'm going to be I'm looking to hit anywhere between 60 to 75,000 on the sale, right? And remember we talked about, I was telling you guys, that's how you build your wealth as well, by selling trucks as well as making the money with the truck. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at. 3 years, seeing what I could get from it, see what the market says, and somebody might want to get it off my hand for what I at the minimum of a $60,000 profit, and whether or not I want to wait 6 more months or wait a year and then something. So that's my plan, even for my new trucks. Every 3 years, I'm trading out, trading out. All right, right now, what I'm doing, I'm actually trading trucks that I bought used, right? So these 2020 internationals, I bought them in 22, so they were 2 years old, well, 3 years old, and so now they're 5 years old. But I've only had them 2 years, and like I said, they were low mileage when I bought them at 3 years. They had 60,000 miles, and um, so that's what I'm doing on the trade, and I'm just kind of foregoing worrying about selling them. I'm gonna just let that capital that I gain on the sale, let it go towards the trade, and then that's gonna help me to alleviate the sales tax. So I'm gonna save a bunch of money on sales tax and on if the, whatever the equity is. I'm looking to have anywhere between 30,000. I'm lucky. I'm praying that I can get 30,000 that I'll save. Let me put it that way. Hopefully for about 15 to 20 off the equity, and then saving about 20 to 30 off the new that are going to be going toward the new truck purchase. Don't miss the game right there, right? And so when you're talking about a $250,000 truck, and if I got on the trade equity plus my lack of sales tax, look at what I'm saving on buying that brand new truck. That's one time for your mind, right? That's game right there. So it ain't trading just to be trading. It's trading with a purpose because it's going to help me because I'm hoping for 15 to 20,000 equity in the truck go towards the trade. Then I'm going to save on the sale tax or the way that my dealership does it as well. Right. So hopefully I'm hoping to finance about 20. Well, you got your excise tax. You can't get around that. So I'm hoping to finance about 200, 220 at the most. That's my goal. I hope I answered it, Corey. All right. Self-made, I guess what has made me kind of hesitant is the consistency of the dump truck business. Am I approaching it the wrong mindset? Self-made, I think it's where you're at. Let me tell you this, all trucking doesn't blow and go 52 months a year, right? And so that's number one. And then I get it with the consistency. You are correct. But it's all about the work, brother. If the work is there, you gonna work. That's just what it is. If the work is there, um, you need to. That's why it's so important to do your due diligence and your research of that Pensacola area, and then where you at, brother. You could actually work into Alabama. I mean, you're right there across what that doggone Long Bridge, and then a few miles you into the Orange. You could be into the Orange Beach area, and all of that. So don't just think about Pensacola, but research back into Alabama right there. I would be researching going forward, and that whole general 50 to 100 miles out, and you see what you get a good grip on what the work looks like. If the work looks great, the consistency is going to be there. It's just a matter of plugging in then. But that should be a concern. That is everybody's concern, right? That's why I wrote the book, how 20 ways to find the work, right? Because everybody wants to know, am I going to be able to find the work to be consistent with working? So that's a great understanding. No, you got the right mindset. That is the one thing you have to be comfortable with in making a transition into this business. Agent X, would you suggest a new truck driver, no experience, who wants to become owner operator, start with a company or buy a truck and get out there? Agent X, well, a new guy, green, hasn't done it at all. If you have the opportunity 3 to 6 months to go and work for somebody else, that would do you all the that would kill the learning curve. So yeah, if you got that opportunity, do it, because that will kill the learning curve on somebody else's dime. If you've been in construction or been into trucking, then you got a grip on trucking, the trucking part, period. But if you hadn't drove trucking at all, uh with no previous experience, then on somebody else's dime, you could kill the learning curve. The reason why some guys like self-made is transitioning off of trucking, off of road truck to a dump trucking. Well, he's used to a certain amount of money already, having driving his own truck or driving for somebody. And so sometimes it's a little bit hard of a transition for a guy that's driving owner operator on the road, or driving road truck to transition because he's used to a certain amount of money. But if you can afford to drive for somebody else for 3 to 6 months, man, that would be gold. That would really be gold. All right, we got the 28 people on here. Look, hit the likes. Let's catch the likes up to 28 since we got 28 people on this morning. Roger Ramsey, good running to you. Aaron White, appreciate you, brother. All right. Also, for those of you who may not know, maybe new to this channel, I know I got a lot of new subscribers over the last 3 weeks. You can hit our website up for resources. There's books, there's courses, there's consulting, there's coaching. We do it all, and that's the website for that. If you got any more questions that you may want to ask privately, here's my email: grindtheshine73@gmail.com. All right. And if you want to support this channel, there's super chat and all that. I ain't asked that stuff in months. But if you want to support the channel, you can become a channel member. There's super chats and all that. So I hadn't said that stuff in a long time. I forget sometimes. But there are people out there that want to support this channel, that bring forth this game that we're giving. We are, I believe, the most supreme dump truck channel on YouTube and online right now, that gives out the most game related to the dump truck business. There's no one else on YouTube giving it out like we're giving it out. So appreciate your support. How much money could be made in a dump truck? Makai Carter. Um, I think the numbers I use, Makai, and that was 3 years ago, and rates have went up, and money has went up, but expenses have went up too. But I think we were saying 168 with one truck was the number. 168 was the number, and that was gross, I believe. Let me see, can I do some figures for you right quick? Where are you located, Makai? Let me see. All right, so I'm gonna just use numbers, Makai, and what we upgraded our forecast on a YouTube chat, on a video a couple weeks ago. How much money can you make in the dump truck business? I think I was telling everybody $4,000 a week is something that's doable, these days and times. Oh, well, Makai, you in New Orleans, man. Well, that's my fellow Louisianian. All right, if you figure 4,000 a week, man, that's 16,000 a month, one truck, and times 12 months, so that's 192 and 192. That's the gross, right? You got your expenses taken out of that. 192. So 192 is the gross. I can only ballpark the rest because you don't know what your fuel, we've only estimated what your fuel going to be, your insurance going to be, um if you're going to drive it yourself or you got to pay a driver, uh breakdowns, things of that nature, how good a shape your truck is in. But I can unequivocally say, out of that 192, that you can profit no less than 80,000 to over $100,000 after all those expenses. Because even if you say let's say you get a decent truck, 3,000 a month times 12, that's only 36. 36 from 192, right? All right. So that's your note. Let's say your insurance is 15 on a truck. That's 18. All right. So what is that? 36 and 18. So that's 54,000 minus 192. I'm sorry. 54. And I'm just throwing numbers out, brother. Minus 192. What is that? 140 something? 192 minus 54. I did that wrong. 138. And then you figure your fuel. I think I figured fuel, let's just say 700 a week in fuel, time 4 is 28, time 12, another 37,000. So that puts you at what? Shit, I forgot what I said. 33,000. Let's just say that puts you at around 100 right there. All right. And so your three biggest expenses are taken care of, and only thing you hadn't paid was yourself. If you're driving it yourself, that's a realized profit of over 100,000 right there. the truck doesn't give you any major issues, I mean, there you go. Only other thing you got is one-time stuff like road taxes. Um, on other month, well, you drive yourself, you don't have to pay workman's comp. So those are your three biggest expenses right there, just to kind of give you an idea. Oh, what's up, AD? Tell us. Like that St. Louis in the house, huh? I'm eating breaking, y'all. Why? Let's pick some breakfast. What's good in St. Louis, AD? All right. Let's catch the likes up some more. Get up to 28. We got 28 on. Dump truck questions this morning. Luke Style, what's going on, man? Good morning to you. How you doing this morning? All right, so while you guys are thinking of that, only other thing, just give you a point. I always like to give you guys a forecast. Um, I am very encouraged, as I've been all the time, about the forecast and outlook of the dump truck business. I believe things are still looking good. I have no doubt about it. I definitely plan on doing this for definitely a few more years to come. Not looking at quitting anytime soon. Um, as I see how things are going, just because of where I'm at in life, I can see myself cutting back at some point, maybe on trucks. Just don't want to deal with as many people and things like that, and really get into more contracting, just hiring trucks to do the jobs for me, especially if I win a big one that I got to supply a lot of trucks from. I haven't really won a great big one that I had to supply a lot of trucks from. The job I do have that I had to supply trucks on, I mean, really just enough of my trucks to handle. But if I do hit a big one, then I'm not gonna. I don't foresee myself going up from 9. I see myself working myself self back down to odd. And you guys already know how I feel about odd numbers. Old man told me I always stay with odd number. So if I come down, I'm coming down 2 to 7. And like I say, that'll just be because not wanting to deal with all of that, and other responsibilities are increasing, that kind of thing. And so, but it's not because of the business; it's because of me and where I'm at. And I just so like I say, contract and get other guys to just do the job and stuff. So, um, I see. I'm forecasting out. This is what, at least another 10 years easily for me. Is what I'm thinking. Well, let's say 9, because I said 10 when my daughter started college. She started last year, so 9 more years for me, for sure. And that's just my own hope. Hope the Lord says yes to that. And let me say this: I'm not gonna put that in stone, because if the Lord is blessing and He says different, let me give y'all some scripture with that. Many are the plans of man. This is Proverbs. This is King Solomon. Many are the plans of man, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails, right? I'm saying that more, but He may say something different. So Kai says, how do you get low starting off as an owner operator? Makai, you have to get in with your New Orleans down there, your Bow Brothers, your Barrier. Barrier is my number one customer right now. Barrier Construction, right there in Boutique, off 310. And so you got a truck, you call those people and ask for a hauling packet. They'll send you a hauling packet, and they'll you could get potential get work right there in St. Rose. Whoever that is with that yard with them trucks right there at St. Rose crossing that truck stop, they use trucks. Bow Brothers is big in New Orleans, use trucks. So Beverly, CF Trucking, CIG, man, I could name you 10 companies in New Orleans that use dump trucks. So you have to get your truck and you get your insurance and all the requirements. And then you could cold call these construction companies and these people who use trucks and get set up with them and get to working. Unstrue says covering mixer driver. That's how I started, Unstrue, a mixer driver in Zachary, Louisiana. Is the dump truck industry way better from your experience? So Unstrue, You have your own mixer? Because I had a guy, I remember a guy that followed the channel was in Dallas with his own mixer. Are you driving your own mixer? And either way, yeah, are you driving your own mixer? Let me get you to answer that first. What's up, Corey? Corey says had 117,000 miles on 22. Had it 2 years this month. Okay. You need to make a decision next year. Business is good in Montgomery, Burnham. Okay. Yeah. Corey, typically 3 years is when you'll reach that threshold to where you got equity in it. Let me tell you what I mean. Obviously, the most of the finance companies, they're gonna get their money. It takes about 18 months for you to basically, they know they got their money out the deal, right? The finance charge is what I'm speaking of. Anywhere from 12 to 18 months, really, that's when they getting the biggest of their money. All right. And so it kind of takes another 18 months. What I'm finding, of course, interest rates vary. It takes about another 18 months for you to be into equity, right? So basically, if you pay 2,000 a month time 18, 12 is 24, another 12, 36,000. You pretty much somewhere at least 36 in equity if that's your note. And of course the value of the truck could push that higher, right? So really what I'm finding is it takes at least 3 years, at least three, to be in good equity, right? And then with the, as I said, market pushing the used dump truck market up higher, that's what adds to that money and make it be good money. But 3 years for sure is a good point to take a look at it and see, okay, what my truck would go for if I wanted to sell it. All right now. And then just test the waters and see what somebody give you. And if that amount of money is something that you are comfortable with and cool, why I say after 3 years, I don't know I'm gonna sell these two, but at that new truck, that's a brand new truck. After 3 years, I'm gonna take a look and then I may go another year and sell it at 4 for sure. All right. All right. So that's what I'm looking at. Or that's how I look at it. All right, Makai, I appreciate you. Unstrue coming to okay. So you driving a mixer, and so what I looked at Unstrue when I was driving, I loved hauling ready mix concrete. Absolutely loved it, man. The problem was I wanted more. I was working 75, 80 hours a week anyway. And back in the year 2000, we weren't making but 15 an hour. I'm sure y'all working way more money than that now. And as my story goes, that old man messed me up, man, in the break room that day when he said, he's 67 years old now, and he said, son, don't get caught here like me. You need to be in a plant somewhere, like my son. Don't find yourself my age and still here. Man, that messed me up. And I got to think about that thing. Up to that point, I'm making back then $700-800 a week. And I thought I was doing good, working myself to death. And when he said that, man, I've been again to evaluate my life and said, wow, okay, while I like what I'm doing, is it conducive to help me to reach another level of life that I want to reach? And I had to honestly answer, no, it wasn't. And so dump truck really, but they're both construction based and they both go hand in hand. Because bottom line is when you're doing what we do in dump trucking, you basically concrete trucking is really just another stage of that development, right? If we do roads, some of the roads they concrete. We do buildings, pads for buildings and jobs, they're gonna concrete it at some point. So if you ask me, I'd say yes. When I compare the two, but they're both two sides of of the same coin. AD still bidding job, looking to hit the big one. That's it. AD, keep plugging away, man. That's what I'm doing. AD, I really just think I got one more good big one in me, And when I say big one, man, I think back to 2008 and 10 when I had that great big one. That's my grandmother say, great big one. And man, I was working 20 to 30 trucks sometimes, definitely 10 to 15 every day. But there were times them folks needed 20 to 30 trucks to haul select material, red clay dirt that they couldn't get but one place. And man, I enjoyed that, man. Made some money too, Doc. So I got one more good one in me, man. I want one more good big one, 3-year job. Not that I'm working on, because I'm gonna work on a big one. I'm talking about to where I am totally charged with supplying the trucks. I want to bless some guys, man. I got a lot of new guys that have come in, even around here, that have come into the business because of me. I want to hit that big one so I can be a blessing to some of these guys. Nuke Style, are you still thinking of coming to Charlotte area to speak? I'm an hour in South Carolina, definitely coming to hear you educate. Yeah, man, I would love to, man. I would love to set something up. But I think what I'm gonna do first, I want to do, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come, and then maybe I'll do a meet and greet at one of the hotels, and then maybe we could set it up, to maybe do a conference or something the following year, or a dump truck blowout, or just something. You got Buddy Fab and a couple of guys that I know down there. It's coffee. Thank you. And so, but I think that would be a good thing to come and to maybe do a meet and greet at one of the hotels downtown, and have you guys come down, and we just chop it up, and we just talk all things dump trucking, and we can set up a few things, educational things, and just go from there. I think I'll test the waters. I would like to test the waters with something like that, and then do it. Now, let me say something to you. My Cowboys, I think they play in Charlotte again. I don't know how y'all pull that off for us to have to go to Charlotte again, but that is happening again this year. Let me look at the schedule, because that would be a good weekend to do that, man. I'm coming anyway, and then that Saturday we could do that. Let me see what weekend that is that they play in Charlotte again. Yeah, that's December the 15th. Yep, December the 15th. They play in Charlotte. I had to think on that. All right. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys on the street. All right, guys. So I hope this has been a blessing to you guys on this Saturday morning. Sounds good. Appreciate you. Oh, Lord, you not I'm all the way Cowboys. Yes, sir. I'm all the way Cowboys, brother. That would be a good way. I'm gonna think about that. Bidded the trucking and the material last week on a job. Finger cross. Cool. AD. All right, now guys, see what AG just said. Look at what AG just said. He bidded the trucking and the material. So that's next level business right there. Don't get caught up and just, well, I'm on a dump truck. I just haul it. People asking you to give a material price on the cost of the material and the bid and the hauling. You telling them, well, I don't do that part. No, embrace that. AD, can you tell our family and friends here that you added money on the cost of the material for profit as well as the trucking? In other words, you gave them a cost of the material, you called and got your material, and then you added money onto the cost of the material so you can make money off the material and the hauling. Just to confirm, just give some people confirmation that I know y'all have grown to trust me, but it's just good to also hear from somebody else sometime. Because I just said that earlier, I believe, before you came on, that I bidded a job and then I added money on the cost of the material and on the cost of the trucking. I'm gonna let AD do that before I get ready to sign off. Man, that's some good bacon. While AD's typing that up, I look forward to hopefully another week, another good week. Y'all know Alberto was out in the Gulf, and so appreciate you, Makai. Makai, you can also follow us on Instagram. Let me get my Instagram. Oh, I'm also, you guys go like us. We on Instagram and TikTok as the Country CEO, and Facebook. All three. All three. All right. And again, website I am Country CEO. Go browse that. See if you like anything. We are, oh, that's right. I'm almost forgetting. We're running the 51 for 51 special. Now I made 51 last Monday. And so I'm running a birthday bundle on the books, 51 for 51. $51 for 51 years. You can't beat that with an egg beater. And the course too is 51. So go check that out if you want to get the books as well. I forgot to tell you guys about that. Oh my goodness. There you go. All right. I just wanted AD to do that. Look at what he did on the material. He marked it up 15 to 20% just on the material, not the hauling, the material. That is how you make money in this business. It isn't just as simple as hauling, or that's not all to it. That's just the material. So let me give y'all this game and I'm gonna go. AD say learn that from me. Appreciate you, man. You make money not just off the hauling. If you make money just off the hauling, you're not maximizing the money that you can make with your dump truck. You make money off the hauling, you make money off the material, and then you make money off subcontract. In other words, you get a job, you gonna need help doing the job. You get guys to help you to do the job, and then you make a little something off getting that truck to do your job. The key is, and this is where we go wrong at. And I'm just gonna tell it like it is. And this is what I found the biggest problem that I've had with my black and brown brothers. Some of my black and brown brothers have a problem with another black and brown brother making money off of them. Talk boy. Others are allowed to make money off them, but they have a problem with black and brown brother making money off them. It's commerce, ladies and gentlemen. It's business, is how business is being done. In any business, money is made. Money is being made at every level. That's why you got wholesale. That's why you got retail. And then that's why you got some people bump it up on retail. This chain I bought several years ago now with this Christ head, I got it from a jewelry store. He got it from a wholesaler. The wholesaler got it from a manufacturer. At every level, the price went up. It's the American way of doing business. And so, AD, and any of y'all, don't ever be afraid to say, okay, I got this job. I'm gonna supply these. I need trucks to help me. What are you paying? I'm paying. This is what I'm paying. Here's the key. Make sure the trucker is getting a fair price. The problem goes in is when you try to lowball a person to do it for less. That's where the problem come in at. And I say that because, and I don't know why I'm even talking about that, but when I had that big job, it was one of the greatest jobs I had. But that was one of the things. So when you get into that kind of stuff, just know you're gonna have murmuring from some of us, and it's gonna come from the black and the brown brothers. And man, look, guys in Baton Rouge, dirt pits and stuff were making $15 an hour off trucks. I made $5, and do you know I had some folks gave me hell about making that $5? Talk boy. So be ready for all that, because hey, I ain't tripping. I got the job, and my job, you can come or not. I'm paying you what's fair. It's fair. It's the going rate. So long as you give people what's fair and at least the going rate, you good. And you are not responsible for folks getting upset with and worrying about, and this is the problem sometimes, folks worrying about what you making. No, the question is, am I paying you fair? Right? Let me get to you another way. Let me put it in your lap another way. When I was at the concrete plant, I was making $9.15 an hour. They were selling yard, the concrete was selling for $55 a yard. So when I make that load in an hour, the boss man was making 55 times eight, not was it not 8 yards? He was making 400 and something dollars an hour. When I went and dropped that load, I made $9.15. But to go into that load, that man had to pay for that sand, that gravel, and that concrete, that cement to go in that concrete. He had to pay for that operator to in the batch house to load that concrete. He had to pay for that loader man to load the sand and the gravel into the bins. He got laborers on the yard he got to pay, right? And so there's costs that people don't see that's associated with that. So again, I don't mean to go all the way around to tell you that, but just know when you get into that high level business, the more higher level business you get to do, get ready for antagonists that got a problem with you because they're not doing it on that level, or they think you wrong for how you're doing business. Pay them a fair rate and the going rate, and you good. And pay them their money every week. And you ain't gonna have no, you can sleep good at night knowing you done the right thing. You let them talk. Okay. But that, I just want to tell you that. But just know that if you're gonna subcontract and get jobs and get guys to work you, that's just a part of what you got to deal with. But that's another way you make money. You make money hauling the material, and then you make money off the material. It's not just simply um hauling, guys. That's too narrow minded. You got to broaden your scope of thinking on how else. Now, I got an idea coming. I'm gonna blow y'all mind with this one. Hopefully, I'm gonna have it ready for next month on a whole nother way to make money with your dump truck. All right, got to get off today, guys. Y'all hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video. I hope it's been good. Mr. M says, how do I get in contact with you for consultation? I've been in the business I am for years, just looking to make a big move. Mr. M, I am countryceo.com. Go to the website and you can set up the consultation. Go to the website, iamcountryceo.com. You can set up that consultation. All right, guys. It's what, 10:40. Got go get a haircut, different things. Got some trucks out to be laying later on. Got some things to do. Got these eggs and bacon to eat. Y'all be good. Love you. Look at Corey. Look at Corey. Corey says the going rate for Montgomery, Birmingham is 95 plus. Wow, that's good money, brother. Good money. Richard, yeah, Richard, you missed us, man. You got to go back and watch it. You missed us. Corey, that's decent money. Corey, I'm trying to get people to understand too that for some reason, man, the North, you guys got it good. Y'all getting 110, 120, 125. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not to say I don't have some jobs where I get that. I do. But this going rate is what we trying to get. We trying to get it to where Corey is already at 95 plus. And I think I did a video and we went to the company. We waiting for their response about a raise now to 95. We're at 85. Still is the going rate here in South Louisiana, Baton Rouge area anyway. We're trying to get it going. We're trying to get it to 95. We're waiting for an answer. We're waiting for an answer right now. And so that's a whole nother video right there, a whole nother live where we have to be active and closed mouth don't get fed. And the Bible says you have not because you ask not. You got to ask. Because these folks will keep on doing business at the same rate if you ain't saying that. If silence is consent. If you don't say nothing, you good, right? So Corey, that's that. Yeah, you can make money with that, bro. In the South, and if you notice across the spectrum, the South, our rates are typically lower than them brothers in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and in the North. I don't know why, but that's what it is. I got some ideas about why I know why, but that's another live right there. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. Y'all be good. Share this video, and we love you. We'll see you next time.